Hello, you cackling chimeras. This is the Roguerifler, and we are watching numbers go up while the endgame approaches unceremoniously. So, yeah, stuff's happening. We're waiting to hit 78 sectors, and we're getting close. I guess, really, we've been building stuff. We're building infrastructure to build cool things, and I don't know. Do I want to just go to war with? Do we want to just declare war on people for no reason? We could, I think, go to war with these guys. We have a lot of casus belli against them. There's a couple of these like water, a couple of these water sectors over here, and getting these like set up to be super energy plants might be what we need because we've been actually like spending our upkeep. This appears to be a situation with the Xenoplague where since you get all these free units, they all have upkeep in your energy tanks. So I think the plan is to gather up our armies, get like a couple stacks on this front, declare war, and sweep in and take this. If we do that, though, the end game happens, which is why I'm not doing it. That's why I haven't done it yet. So I think we're just sitting in the like gotta build a bunch of armies phase of the game. But I think pretty soon we've gotta set up and start attacking these guys. So, what's going on? Oh, that's right. This is Sparkfingers, who originally was upset with us, but now has no morale because he is one with the plague, which is absolutely hilarious. What are we doing? I have some armies. I think Sparky has to come down here and get another army, which is what he's doing. And over here, we've got... it's like a couple armies. We've got a full set of mechanicals. We got a full mechanical stack ready to just kick butt. Let's see. Are there any other cool cosmite sources? So there is this. This is a boatload of cosmite. I could take this. It would be a pretty big deal. But I don't know if I have the capacity to take that. We should check out what's in there. Do I have a unit around here that could go over there? Hey, buddy, you're going to come over here and check what that is. Because if I can take this and attach it to the city, yeah, that's plus 20 cosmite. That's a big deal. And we're kind of at a position where we could make a decision like that. And even if we lost the army, it wouldn't be the end of the world because we're not at war with everyone yet. So I think that's the plan. Over here we've got is it like 2 artillery units? Do I want to go with triple artillery? Is 2 artillery enough? Probably. It's the boring answer, but it's probably enough. This stack, where does it want to sit? Might as well move them over here for now. So this is kind of our super stack filled with lots of fun units. Upgrade out the wazoo. I want to get more of these artillery units out there because they're really good. But they do cost me 60 cosmite. What else could I do? I could build some air units, maybe? They cost 30. Yikes. Or I could just build cheap stuff. Maybe more of these like bulwarks. Let's do that. So that's all of our cosmite. Looks like these guys can expand. I think I can just take this over. Apparently, who owns this? It's owned by the Marauders, but apparently... Okay, why did its allegiance change like that? Okay. I don't understand why that worked like that, but, you know, whatever. This has production. Let's see what's going on. So, I think I want to grab these sectors, right? Because this can grab... It's already grabbed 2, it's got 3, 4. So I might as well grab all the production sectors and eventually head out over here. And we've got 2 armies that hopefully can auto against this. Not die horribly. Are they gonna die horribly? Oh dear. Let's fix that. Alright, what are we up against? Welcome to Battle Cam! Was it the inconsistent series that sometimes happens? We're up against a giant elite worm. Look at that thing. Ugh. It's got an infernal 20 damage repeating swallow hole. Ugh, that's disgusting. It's got undermine, so it can teleport and do a bunch of AoE damage, and it can also just hurl big rocks. And it's got hyper armor in case it needed any more stuff. It's slightly weak to bio, and it's got 11 armor. That's disgusting. I think everything else is pretty much straightforward. Oh, they all have a bunch of kinetic resistance. Does this have kinetic resistance? Of course it does. So yeah, that's gonna be boatloads of fun. I can tell already. So we're gonna get our network links going. What does that give these guys? Network level 2. We got +1 stagger and a little bit of accuracy. Do I have a... I don't have another guy to give him a bunch of buffs. So, not great, but, you know, we're okay. I'm afraid of this thing. I mean, who wouldn't be afraid of that thing? It's terrifying. Let's do what? 5 damage! Oh! We're gonna even graze. It's even better. Let's move that guy up. We get a nice range attack. Not really. Let's just hang out. We can tell these guys that they're pretty cool after they graze their shot. So, you know, it's like we're reassuring them of the situation. And these guys kind of come in for that missile value next turn. I have no idea why the parrots are engaging their squawk routine, but you can definitely tell. So, it's kind of moving up. I do not want to run behind the tree. So, the rocks are indestructible. Let's see what happens. Got hyper aggression. He explodes. Lots of fun stuff. Okay, so I think I can leap attack somebody else, maybe? No, I cannot. So, how much damage can we do to this thing? Can't reach him because this guy is over him. 7 damage. I don't have any armor strip. This thing is going to be really hard to deal with. Do I have any operations that could help in the slightest? I could deploy a Valkyrie to just kind of eat attacks and go after all their other units. I think that's what I have to do. So hopefully our Valkyrie can distract him. Okay, so we resisted the swallow hole. We can now get on the back line. course we graze. Why would I expect anything less? Okay, so we got one of them. And we want to kind of move out and take care of this guy. Leave that worm to just be a jerk over there. I don't know if I even... Well... We can move out. I think we're okay. And this thing can kill that. And we can also just... You know... Just tickle it. That's what we're doing. If I rocket this, it's a double blind, which is pretty big. Or I could go for an awful shot against that. I think it's just in its defensive mode. If I stagger it, it should be easier to hit. But if I do that, it then gets the engage in melee buff, so we're going to try to stagger it with a robot. Canceled its defense mode, now we get the big juicy shots, and this can come in for the kill, because it's stagger immune. Okay, so that leaves these units. I think if I ran up here, I could try to blind both of them, but it'd be a little dangerous. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to move over here in case I need it. Okay, and we're just going to keep tickling the beast. It's a lot of tickling. Yeah, I think we just have to kill everything else first. So we're going to come in. And just slowly attack that thing. Oh, let's see. This, might as well do this for the blind. We didn't get it. I don't think this can even kill that. Unless we do like a missile support. 53% hit. That's actually great. Okay, so we have to somehow deal with this other stuff. I think I can stagger this. Alright, so let's give this thing another toy to play with. I guess we'll just summon more Valkyries. Why not? It just killed it. And it's just eating them all whole, and it heals whenever it does so. Oh god. So we gotta just run all the other units away. Okay. Can this get there in time? Looks like it. This is where armor sundering would actually come in handy. We've already lost 2 units, or just 1 unit actually. These guys can just run. Might actually die unless I get it to the retreat point, so it's just going to run it back here. I don't think it can target air units with its attack, but I could be horribly wrong. So we'll just tickle it some more. And is there anything else I could do? This guy might as well move up in range. God, it just heals. Why does it heal? And it gets like hyper armor. And it does more damage each time it kills something. So it's kind of in super aggro mode. And this is probably why all the other stuff died last time. Or, you know, previously. 'Cause I just don't have a great way. I can eat through 3 levels of armor, but not 5 billion. I think I could tank for a turn with this guy. This guy can just run. And we're just tickling it to death. It's what we do. Okay, we did it. We lost a veteran pustule, and we got a bunch of energy, it looks like, out of it. Just fine. Speaking of which, we could probably upgrade this pustule. Okay. And let's see, we have a large site that we could explore. Do I want to upgrade those guys? I kind of want to send both these armies back because this isn't benefiting from the foreman or the autonom dudes, so I might as well send these armies back to kind of be upgraded. Which I think is the plan. It's the play. Penster is dumping out all the food all the time. The forest, we upgrade it, is even more food. So let's get the food. Looks like we're just making like trash stacks here, which is totally appropriate. Fine. And over here, we're doing a production focus. So I might as well start this and rush it next turn. I have 60 influence. I could buy stuff if I really wanted to, but I have no cosmite. How'd we never add this? How come this was never added to a city? That's what I have to ask. Maybe it was supposed to be added to this guy, I don't know. It's not a huge deal, but it's a little perplexing. Alright, this guy thinks there's peace coming his way. What's he want? 100 energy. No. Alright, we got the arid exploitation, which I think should give us a huge amount of energy. And I think we want double production. Why not? I also have this army. We're going to tell these guys to get off our lawn. And we're probably going to send them back to our main area to get upgraded. So, where is it? There we go. These guys are headed over. I've got 2 flying mechanical units. We've got a repair unit. I probably want, if I'm gonna be perfectly honest, probably want an upgraded Devar Foreman over here instead of one of these trenchers. And I think we want to build more artillery because it's really stonking amazing. Or we have this like super regenerator that's just impossible to kill. 9 armor, self-heal, 70 HP. That's disgusting. I think in our hero stack we don't want that, but this other stack that's coming over, which has an engineer, you've got a melee guy, we're going to replace this and probably the destroyer. So let's give him an artillery piece. Not that artillery piece, a real artillery piece. And over here, I guess we just build more trenchers. So are these armies that I actually want to deal with? Well, we need to upgrade the Plague Lord, but this isn't horrible. This guy is definitely underutilized in this stack, so I might put him in another one. I could probably... We'll figure it out next turn once all these other armies have movement points. I think that's the play. So what's in here? It's a bunch of Heritors. We have double Reavers. That's nasty. Double Reavers with quantum support nanites. A High Lord. Okay, so the double Reavers is kind of crazy. They mainly have action acceleration, but they can heal on hit. They have a lot of HP and they have a ton of armor. So I probably want like at least probably like the final tier of explosive tech on like an artillery to do AoE armor rending to definitely help deal with these guys. But they're looking nasty. They got 8 armor. Got this thing, which they can take a bunch of essence from somebody, but mainly plus 15 HP. Very defensive. And what's this? All range attacks have energy drain. So kind of nuts, especially when they turn into like their Reaver form. Definitely not something I could beat now. No way. So now that we know, I'm gonna leave. On this front, we could go for the teleporters. Could also go for Cosmic Mastery. So it increases our Cosmite node income by 20%, which is not a whole lot for a Doctrine slot. Like, how many Cosmite nodes do we control? Like, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That it? It's like 5. Maybe 6. So, yeah, that's like 6 Cosmites. Really not feeling like that would be worth it. Cosmite Mastery is a bit expensive. I could go into, you know, like these counter ops, especially if I want to. Right, especially if we want to like steal someone's maps. So we'll go for that. So I want to see what I'm up against. I really don't know anything about the world outside of my own little area of infestation. So this is the modern mechanized army, and we're sitting on kind of like mostly an energy plant, but we could do this. Right, might as well upgrade that infrastructure. Those guys are building stuff over here. I think we're just building more trash stacks. Might as well get foreman in there. This place has a ton of production. Is this like it's a happiness event? No, it's not. It's literally producing 200 production. Where's the smog district? I get +1 on the energy. I guess we might as well just keep making trash stacks. Alright, because we are pretty much hard bottlenecked by Cosmite. It'd be really great to clear out one of those other sectors, but I can't right now. Might as well upgrade this for the energy. And we have 400 energy in the bank. What do I want to do with it? We do have the points to maybe upgrade some more of our pustules. So let's do that. Did I rush this? No, I cannot. Though I could rush this. There, it's great. So this is a full army. We're kind of trying to figure out what we want to do with whatever the heck's over here. Probably it's going to involve more artillery units. But am I missing out by not having a tank? I guess I have like a tank. And this hero has a tank. So that's decent. And I guess these guys have immolate. I probably want to actually change them up to anti-armor. Could sell the Justicar. Maybe they're not that bad. I could give them a heal. We'll try them out. We'll try out what we can do with the Justicar. And we've got some research. So, what do we want? This guy has an artillery piece, got double flyers. I probably want him to have a tank. This guy, probably want to get rid of these 2 units because they're not mechanical. So that means these guys are going to come down over here. Going to get an artillery piece. And maybe a tank. And then over here we have a Justicar, whom we can upgrade. Did I ever get like the I don't think I ever got any of the Super Xenoplague upgrades yet. But that's okay. Maybe the Justicar is part of whatever beats the beats this, because it has this like mark target ability. 15% easier to hit, -2 resistances in all damage channels, so basically pierces 2 armor. We could give it the targeter, right? We could give it the illuminator. That would really set up our artillery. I don't think we could like turn one I think we still have to deploy our artillery, but we'd really be able to do a good chunk of damage. And we could have a heal. The other thing that the autonoms have is concussive ordnance, which is really nice because that gives us AoE, AoE concussion, which is very, very good. So I could put that on these guys, give them a heal, and is there anything else I'd want them to have? So heal, concussive ordnance, 70 HP, which is not bad. We give it the illuminator, which would kind of, I don't know if I want that over sentence. Sentence gives us like the damage ability. Maybe we just buff its weapons. It could apply burning, which is also gives us an accuracy buff. Or we could do blind. I think blind's probably the best support buff, right? We could potentially stagger someone, concuss them, and blind them. All great to have. So maybe that's the play. So that's a pretty good support unit. If I were to beat the Reavers, I'd probably want to beat them at range, not melee. So we're going to have to figure that out. I don't think they can hit air units. So that might be another part of the solution. Let's say we brought in another ramjet. Kind of like do an alpha strike against them. I'm liking it. Going back over here, we don't have a mechanical support. So we're going to get this guy into this stack. So now we have 2 resurrections. We're getting another artillery unit. This blight guy isn't exactly utilized because don't actually, even though they have a bunch of Xenoplague tech, they're not technically Xenoplague units. So, same with this guy, to be honest. Let's see. We could get some of those armored golems. Right, get at least one more of those. And that way these things can heal. They have 5 each. They have 5 armor. We could turn it up to 7. I think all their attacks are explosive too, so that's another thing to keep in mind. We could get onto a different damage channel. And they also just cause concussion. So these things can be like absolute CC masters. For 18, probably want the heal and probably the armor. So I think we're going to get a tank here next turn. That gives us a bunch of units over here. We can do like a minor stack with like this. These kind of all sort of support each other. I think we could throw another pustule in here. This army should probably go out and try to find something to kill. Like, to possibly gain experience and level up. Like this. Let's go after that. And going back to our home city, we've got... So those guys are moving off. The other thing we could put in there is this phase manipulator, because it's got a on-demand shield, and it's got an abductability, which will be great with all this melee. So I'm wondering if I want to get rid of like the pustule. I can raise the pustule's level later. So there we go. These guys now can go off and fight that at some point. Leaves us with a lot of random stuff. So we have 2 of these units in the same stack. Probably means I want to get another Paragon Overseer guy. Maybe hook him up with some heals. So this will become a new stack. Looks like I'm lacking on just raw support units at the moment. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what I can do about that. I think... So does this guy want to be in the same stack? So I kind of want to save this guy to build a stack to deal with the this gold sector over here. I don't think I could beat it with these stacks at the moment, because I can only fight them one at a time. Maybe with the nuke tech I could do it, but I don't think I could do it with that. But yeah, it looks like I want more support units. Yeah, we're just gonna get these units together, but I need to build a good number of support units over here. Paragon want me to blow up more stuff. Let's do it. What do I want to do it with? Well, I need anti-armor. That's what I learned last time. So I need anti-armor, and I don't have anti-armor. This has anti-armor. I think I would need more anti-armor. I definitely need at least another one of these guys. So we'll figure that out next turn. I can promote another one of these guys. Which is great. I think this guy's coming back. And this has the support units as the Plague Lords, so that'll help out a little bit. This Trencher will come back, get an army at some point. And I still can't afford to upgrade this guy yet. And we're building more Trenchers. Because why not? Let's focus this guy. Oh, we never built any of these upgrades. Let's do a optimization control agency. Something like this. I think once the optimization control agency is done, we'll start exporting food. And over here, what do we got? Bunch of trenchers. Probably want a specialist training center. And wait a second. Let's do the arid upgrade. Where is it? There it is. It's a double energy sector. No reason not to do that at the moment. And we also want it to grow as fast as it possibly can. Is it taking food? No. There we go. Yeah, it should also be taking food. Focus on growth. And production while they can. We found apparently where that is. I don't know why, but we found it. Oh, and there's another anomaly. So we have how many anomalies at this point? We have 2. This should be easy to explore. I think when we build an Uber stack to take care of this, if it works out, we should also be able to take care of the large anomaly. What does Tofu want? Yeah, no. We can kill more units for the Paragon. Why not? So those guys are off to do cool things. These guys are coming back to get loaded up. Same with those guys. I think we wanted a tank at this point. Let's get our like super tanks. We could put this in this army. So there we'll have 2 super mechanized stacks. And we'll send those out to deal with things, which would be great. This is a bunch of cyborg units, so we could actually infect those guys. I think once this guy groups up, it'd be better to beat it with these guys. What are we doing? I could build an engineer. I kind of want a super engineer. I think it'd be 24 so to build it without the blind module, so there's really no reason to build that now. And we really need support units, is what. Now they don't have to be these like super fancy Devar guys. A lot of this is mostly infantry. So we could do like just like basic him with just the microbes. We could also do that with the concussive ordnance, which would be really nice because it's a 8 strength AoE chance at concussion on, you know, that I can do every turn. But I think that would bring him over the amount that I can spend. So let's just make a blind foreman. And we're waiting a turn on those guys. Let's see, this is our Vanguard settlement. And we're still growing quite quickly. We've got energy sector. Might as well do the basic slew of upgrades while we're here. I mean, at this point I just feel like the best thing to do is to keep building drenchers. Which is riveting gameplay, I know, but I think that's what we do. Just getting this upgraded, and it looks like we could rush some buildings. Might as well rush this one. Actually, are there any cool buildings I can... Oh, I could have gotten this Cosmite thing going. Yeah, I think the plan is to start doing some more upgrades over here. So, we can do that. Get this guy, get that. Force the lady. Are we pretty much... We could actually, I think we could dismantle our this growth center and turn it into an export center. But I think we're pretty much done growing here, so let's share and sell excess. And it looks like we should be going to war with those guys. We've got 2 fully armored stacks that should just be able to slaughter anything they throw at us. Do I want to keep building tanks? I mean, who doesn't want to keep building tanks? Do I have... I could build a super engineer. And we could get... I guess I'd want some autonom units. Probably anti-armor. So where is it? It's over here. Question mark? Yes. So I get some sentinels for the anti-armor. I need another monitor. Well, we're definitely going to want that. So let's get the monitor now. This thing... Would I just have them as like bio? I think I want to put armor shred on them to be fair. So we got... And I want to make this an armor shredder. And make this an armor shredder. So that way I have some anti-armor. If like we have to deal with a giant worm of bullshit, we have a way to deal with it. Looks like I can get most of them upgraded, but not all of them. Alright, so we're getting close to nukes, or armor and shield shredding, which is pretty nice. And then this guy is coming back with some Plague Lords in tow, as well as some other stuff. So I don't need 2 Plague Lords in the same stack. I could turn this into like a Paragon stack, double these guys, Plague Lord, our main guy, and a Destroyer? I think that's what we're gonna do. So we'll have sort of like a bio melee stack. These guys... this is also kind of like a bio stack. This is just an awful stack, but let's see what we can do with it. Move those guys over. And we've got kind of like another mediocre stack. So lots of trash stacks at this point in time. But that's okay. And we could keep upgrading our destroyers. We should probably put some upgrades on them eventually. We're really bottlenecked by Cosmite, which is absolutely hilarious, given that we have 2 full extra Cosmite generating buildings. But we can't, we need more Cosmite. We need all the Cosmite. In fact, do I have... Oh, these guys have just been sitting here the entire time. Yeah, about that. Why don't you come down here to join in the trash stack party? And it looks like we're just building more more trenchers. I could throw this in this stack. More armor shred, why not? It's a mechanical unit, benefits from all the mechanical benefits. It'll be great. Let's do... I haven't been building these guys. Let's do one of those. And over here... might as well build upgrades. Let's annex another sector. I think we wanted the production. So we'll go after that. Yes, let's... Why wouldn't I want to just kill you? Answer me now, Bugman! There is no answer. This gives me plus 20 production. Okay, so it'll be fine. So this will give us a lot of shields. Let's see. We could have tanks with uber shields coming out of this place. But given our Cosmite income, I'm wondering if it'd just be better to focus on like air units. Make this like a tier 2 like air superiority lab. Because then it would cost a lot less Cosmite and they'd have like, oh, they got a free unit. That's pretty cool. So this guy can go explore. No, I don't want to meet anyone else. I'm happily, you know, plugging it up over here. Production sector. I kind of want to upgrade these units before they go into battle, just maybe. So we tried this guy out with a flare. I'm not certain I like that idea. It gives him a ranged ability, which is nice. But this guy's accuracy is absolute garbage. It is also plus 2 armor. So maybe that's not the worst. We've been doing plus 2 armor as well as the Iron Breaker mods. 37 Cosmite. It's not too bad. And then these destroyers, what would I give them? Probably the Biospore. They don't have a whole lot of armor. We could give them nanite injectors, so nanite powered Xenoplague nonsense. Or I could just leave them as is with Biospore. I have a decent number of heals in the army already. I think I'd rather these things just kill everything. It'd be nice if they had anti-armor, but I don't know if I could afford that. It'd be like 18 Cosmite. I couldn't get both of them modded. So let's just, you know, give them Biospore Purification. And they'll try to take on that whole stack next turn. It'll be great. So, what do we do over here? Well, we spent all our Cosmite, which is not ideal. I kind of want more artillery. I should probably just throw together what I want to... Yeah, I need like artillery, I need air units, I need all the cool stuff. I don't have any way to afford the cool stuff. I can't rush it. Just get some of these stacks together. This is a double destroyer stack. That's not bad. This looks like it's gonna get upgraded into something cool and probably broken. I can't resurrect these units because they don't count as Xenoplague units, so I'm wondering if I want to move that into a different stack. Maybe upgrade more of these guys. So we've got, I probably want the Paragon support unit. I've got Rocket Hammer Dude. I've got these guys which can stun a bunch of people. I want something that has like armor shred. This isn't too bad. So we might try to clear out that gold sector with this. I don't know if that's a horrible joke or if that'll work, but I think if I like played around with the mods on this a little bit, I could give this thing armor shred. This guy's level 8. If we could somehow give him another level, it'd be nice. Well, we'll see what we can do. Over here, yeah, I can't rush that. This looks like another army, so we've got one fully upgraded army over here, another pretty good army over here. We've got tons of trash stacks over here. So I might actually want to start moving this stuff out. And these guys could actually probably fight almost anything that comes their way. So actually these guys should come over here and start waiting on that. We've got kind of 3 trash stacks. Let's send them up here. And these trash stacks we should probably move to this border. Because we're planning on fighting people over here. I also have to clear out this at some point. I have no Cosmite, so I'm trying to figure out if there's anything I want to build over here. Dynamo Mountains. Does Arid give me... Oh no, give me a bunch of energy though. This is double energy, right? Yeah, it is. So that would give me even less upkeep. So why not? Why not just do that? Oh, wrong one. Whoops. I don't think this actually helps us at all. We want this. And over here, might as well just keep building like bulwarks. Or actually just more trenchers. All the trenchers all day long. It's more money saved. This is the double food sector. So we could keep upgrading it. It's got an export center. Is there a way I could... Destiny Delta. Is that our export center? Yes, it is. So why don't we upgrade this? Yeah, we're just kind of playing the upgrade game. You know, it's not super exciting, but this is the point where we're trying to get tons and tons of units built for what looks like it'll be a fantastic endgame. My hope still is to somehow beat this with sub-tier 4 units. I don't know how realistic that goal is, but that's the idea. Is if I could take this, be a huge amount of cosmite to get a bunch of units upgraded, which we desperately need, as well as an extra 20 cosmite a turn, which is a big deal. So we're at like a little bit of a peace with everyone for right now, but we're getting there. So I'll catch you next time, folks.